Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast coming at you from the new Local 218 studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd, and with me as always is my brother.
Das Flutenduten in the new studio.
In the new studio, I guess. So, yeah, cool enough. Done with you. Over to Gabriel Johnson. What up?
Not much, Dave. What's up with you?
Not an entire lot. We're going to keep moving along because we're in the new studio and we're trying to get these intros down a lot quicker. But more importantly, the suspension has been lifted. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, with us once again is the fourth member of the Fivesome Foursome. Holy hell, I did it! Mr. Keith Larson.
Never thought I'd be allowed back, and my first time back. The Sweat Lodge is new and improved, so I gotta say I'm pretty excited about it.
The Sweat Lodge is new and improved. So just to throw things out to everybody, we started in an actual closet. Would we call it that? You built a closet.
It was a recording studio for one person.
For one person.
Yeah, it was an audio booth, so it was 10 times smaller than this and 3 times as hot.
Yeah, I don't know. This is already getting pretty hot. So, anyways, enough about you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We assume this will be the last time we see you for a very long time again.
Appreciate that.
Straight back into suspension. Don't tell Scotty. He does the news.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's go. New studio, gotta move.
Hello Fresh?
Uh-oh. Monkey milk?
Well, did he come or what?
Are we getting any feedback? Because I'm actually not on the Wi-Fi right now.
No, I'm not getting any feedback from you currently, but we will.
All right. Hello Fresh drops coconut milk from Thailand over monkey labor allegations.
So it's true.
Yeah, they're no longer allegations. If you've dropped the milk, it's no longer allegations.
Major retailers including Walmart, Costco, Target, and Kroger have already stopped carrying coconut milk from certain Thai suppliers accused of using monkeys for forced labor, but HelloFresh is taking it a step further by saying it won't source any coconut milk from Thailand.
None. Done. Oh, you ruined your own market, people.
Yeah, Thailand had approximately 80% of the market share for coconut milk in the U.S.
That would require a lot of monkeys.
You got greedy. You got greedy.
Since 2019, when PETA started investigating the alleged animal exploitation, it has been pushing retailers and brands to stop selling coconut milk allegedly made with coconuts harvested by monkeys.
That never gets less funny.
The monkeys have been kidnapped, chained, and whipped. Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
It's still funny.
It gets less funny.
If you see the pictures, it is very not funny.
I thought you were going to say it was.
Oh my God.
I
Not funny hearing about it, but when you see the pictures of those monkeys chained up and whipped,
Yeah, so Keith, this is a follow-up. I know you've been suspended. You haven't been with us. A part of the suspension is you are not allowed on the premises. You're not allowed to participate.
Cannot download the cast.
Can't
I
participate.
boycotted listening for a little bit.
This is a follow-up to a story that we had previous where, there was a question whether or not HelloFresh should stop serving coconut milk because it is harvested by actual monkeys.
I like it.
And not just any monkeys, slave monkeys. Or, slave monkeys.
Slave monkeys.
Slave monkeys.
I mean, we're not there.
I got really nervous about the word slave. I'm not going to lie. I said it and I was like, can we say slave? They're slave monkeys.
It's
That's
slave
what they
labor,
are. Yes.
Chained and whipped.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And so they're actually just completely done with it. Thailand had 80%. Now HelloFresh is not, the end all be all of monkey milk.
You ever said that before?
But that's crazy.
Both the Thai government and the industry are making sure that coconut milk exported from Thailand is not obtained from the use of monkey labor.
How?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll ask my guy.
Scott, are you gonna discontinue your coconut milk pizza? Are you gonna cut that off the menu now?
I may have to. I may have to remove.
It's under review.
I mean, I have coconut milk. Goes in my Thai peanut sauce for my pizza.
Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. Canceled.
My bad.
Callie really likes curry and all sorts of Thai stuff. She loves the Thai pizza. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore, she doesn't.
Of course she doesn't.
Or she likes it more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I prefer my food sourced for pain and suffering.
So Thailand's just going to start exporting monkey tears.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now we're talking.
Hey, by the way, we should probably bring up our sponsor. Hey, thanks, Local 218. By the way, thank you, Local 218. Take a look at the new digs we got going here once you guys get to see this on video. Thank you to our sponsor. Also not a server of monkey milk as well.
That we know of.
True story. Next.
A disabled couple in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, says they feel trapped in their home after they say their homeowners association made them take down their wheelchair ramp.
Poop again!
It's just hard to move, says Nancy Hurst, saying she suffers from rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh boy.
Her motorized wheelchair and her husband, Lyle, are keys to her livelihood.
Yeah.
Motorized wheelchair and husband. He takes good care of me. He was just out there making my lunch, Nancy said. Lyle may not recall, but Nancy will be quick to tell you they've been married for 50 years. I don't know why Lyle may not recall that, but
It feels like a hell of a lot longer.
Yeah, he's got balance problems. They installed a wheelchair ramp, and now the homeowners association is saying "Nyet."
It's just hard to move. You're 100 years old.
Well, the funny thing about that is if it's an association, which means there was a meeting and there are probably minutes from this meeting. We could probably go find the minutes to this association's meeting and find out what went down. Who brought it up? Who seconded it? And what was the final vote?
It was unanimous. That ramp was ugly.
So not only was Nancy says it was beautiful.
Oh.
However,
I've never seen a beauty.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, well crafted, sure. You know, maybe the craftsmanship was beautiful, but no, the ramp itself was not.
however, a letter from Century Management on behalf of the Cedar Creek Commons HOA said in part that the ramp was installed without permission and that it was blocking the sidewalk and a parking spot.
Well, hold on. So you built it into the public right away? Like, okay, well, that
Sure sounds like it.
As a mayor of a city, yeah, get your ramp out of the public right away.
How's she getting down now?
Operation Dumbo Drop.
She's not
trapped in her home.
Yeah, they feel trapped.
It said right at the beginning, they feel trapped.
I feel trapped. I'm nervous. I'm sweating. This is terrible.
But you sound good. You sound real good, by the way.
I feel good.
Oh, man.
I feel decent.
All right, let's move on from that before something happens that we don't want recorded. It just feels that entire story felt like it was teetering on us getting canceled. Get out of here.
All right. Anyways, wife elopes with another man. The husband marries her lover's wife as revenge.
Yes. As of course is tradition.
The classic 1-2.
As is, of course, the tradition.
In a tit-for-tat move, a married woman ran away with another man, and her husband decided to take revenge by marrying the wife of his spouse's lover in India.
Oh, okay. All right. But I will say this, though. Typically, that ends with the second couple lasting longer than the first.
I would think so.
Right, because the first couple would run away with
somebody
next
else
people.
again.
Yeah, absolutely. And spite is a powerful thing.
We're toughing this out because we have to.
Listen, I don't give a shit.
Don't care.
I don't give a shit if you like me or not.
Get in the picture.
Just remember why we got into this in the first place.
You play to win the game.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that story. I could go into the details, but do you really need more details than?
I'm going to say
I'm all set.
I'm more concerned with like when you said the story, it's like, oh, that just happened like down the street. Why am I hearing about this in India? Why is it such news that happened in India that it has now reached our podcast? It seems like a pretty regular occurrence.
Well, the news caught the attention of social media users who also started giving their opinions, while some took it as
Imagine
a joke.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how things happen on the internet.
Yeah.
Some people heard about it, started talking about it, and here we are.
Speaking of which, this is the time when we tell everyone that everything that we talk about on here could be completely wrong. So that's on you.
It probably is.
Disclaimer, don't listen to anything.
Probably is.
God, where did it go? I had one in relation to that. But what was it? I don't remember.
I don't know either.
I don't
Thanks.
know. Hold on, I'll find it. Hold on.
Solid content.
Hold on.
Smooth as silk.
Solid content.
Check out the studio, though.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Cut to commercial.
Did you guys hear that? Although actually there is a little bit of an echo in here. We got to knock some of that sound down. But I'm really excited about this place. It's cool.
It's huge.
And by cool, I don't mean not sweaty, because it is definitely
It's 30 degrees outside and 80 in here.
It's not temperature controlled
No.
at all.
A Southern California couple is suing a fertility clinic for fraudulent concealment, claiming they mistakenly transferred an embryo carrying a rare stomach cancer gene and then falsified patient records to cover up the error.
There's a lot about that I don't understand.
Most of it. For
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Any of it. None. I know the word stomach.
I was following embryo.
Jason and Melissa Diaz claim their young son now faces the potential of stomach cancer or possible stomach surgery to avoid the rare cancer. They filed suit in Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday against Huntington Reproductive Center Medical Group, also called HRC Fertility. The couple's doctor and IVF coordinator are also named as defendants in the lawsuit. Melissa Diaz carries a genetic mutation making her prone to breast and ovarian cancer. Her husband has a rare mutation that predisposed him to stomach cancer, which he eventually developed when he was 32.
It sounds like genetics.
Yes. So,
You were supposed to remove all of our flaws.
yep.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I get it. You are putting your hands in science here to begin with. Like, the baby is coming from a test tube, but I don't know. That's putting a lot of responsibility on the scientists to make you a perfect baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I had cancer.
Yes.
My kid will not go in there and take that out.
Just get your magnifying lens out.
Did they successfully take it out and then accidentally put it back in? Or
Yeah, that's the part.
What's the cover-up?
What's the falsifying information?
I think they gave him the wrong one.
Oh, okay. So maybe they did. Maybe they removed the gene and then screwed it up.
Yeah, with the understanding that one of their male embryos carried only the gene, which is linked with less risk for men than for women. The couple opted to move forward with a second embryo after the first one ended in a miscarriage.
And then they put the wrong one in?
Yes. Resulted in a successful pregnancy and birth of a boy who is now a year old.
So this gets interesting because we talk about this all the time. You can't call it Kraft macaroni and cheese. You got to call it Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner. You can't be telling people that this baby ain't got cancer and then have it be a cancer baby. If it ain't a crisp, if you can't call a Pringle a chip, you can't call that a cancer-free baby.
So your brain has the shell on it.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Next.
Lawsuit claims someone from the clinic called her and admitted that HRC had made a serious mistake inviting the couple to a sit-down meeting in the office. Recognizing its error, HRC Fertility then attempted to hide the truth. It produced to Melissa an altered copy of her records that omitted the crucial information of which embryo it transferred.
hey, come in here. I want to show you what I covered up.
Why'd we do it in the first place?
Communication issues there.
Yeah. They call that a whistleblower. Yeah, all right. I don't know. That's an interesting one. Covering it up is always the bad part. That it makes you look like you did something wrong. Like,
Well, you did.
Because you did.
You did.
Otherwise, you
They
wouldn't
said
need to
they
do
were
it.
going to give them a embryo free of
all
this
things.
one particular stomach cancer.
That's true. That's true.
And they did not.
You think they'd have a disclaimer or two saying that they're probably not 100%?
Yeah, hey, it
accurate on that
happens.
whole deal.
Yeah.
Whoops.
yeah, this is by no means a perfect science, I would imagine.
Well, clearly.
No, the worst part of it is the hypocrisy.
You're right, it always is.
It's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part.
It always is. You just sneak a different kind of cancer in there. Oh, no,
Better than the one you
No
had.
stomach cancer, but we couldn't get rid of the ass cancer.
Good one. That was good. That was good.
All right, next.
A California jury awards $15 million to victims after a storage tank malfunction destroyed embryos.
Oh man, just sticking with it.
So that's a thing. Just $15 million to who?
I have a lot of feelings about that. Like, it happens, especially with that. What do you do? Like, okay, so we just lost power for a month somehow. That happens.
Especially when you shut down all your coal power plants.
True story. True story.
Yeah, they lost liquid nitrogen for a brief period of time, ruining the viability of some frozen embryos.
I don't know enough about embryos.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do any of us have any experience in any of this at all?
Not a lot of knowledge at the table.
I've got 3 kids.
Know nothing about where they came from.
Well, some experience.
Yeah, right.
I know it's freaking expensive.
Next in embryo news.
Yeah. All right, moving on. As warmer weather returns, soon too will the bears that have been hibernating through winter, making it more likely that you could encounter one in the wild. And if you do, officials say there is one thing you should never do.
Feed it cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
No, what they say you should never do is this is put out by the National Park Service. If you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down,
Oh, I did see that.
even if you feel the friendship has run its course.
This is a slow day in the national parks. That's got to get past a lot of people in order to make its way. I would assume, right? You can't. That's not just an intern that sent that out. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm guessing they just fired it out to Twitter and people caught on.
Somebody signed off on it.
We could make a sweet t-shirt.
I mean, it's good advice.
It is good. Well, I don't know if it is.
If you're the slow friend.
Yeah, if you're the slow friend. I think on my side of things, get the hell out of here, Keith.
Look, if you're the
Well, that's it for me, boys.
if it's the slower friend, you don't need to push them down. You just
They're in
need
the
to,
way.
You just run faster than
Oh,
them.
yeah. You can
they're not
sidestep.
in the way.
What if it's a really narrow path? I feel like if it's a wide path, let them fend for themselves. If it's a narrow path, you're going down.
Yeah, I guess
You're at least getting a nudge.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
knee to the back.
All that's on you. Sorry.
A knee to the back of the knee.
Yeah, I mean, it does say never push
yeah.
a slower friend down.
That's bad advice.
Never is rarely the right answer.
That's
to
bad
never
There's
do
always,
something.
there's always a circumstance.
There's always stipulations.
I would say there's a lot of stipulations. There are a lot of instances
Yeah.
in which
if you're going to die, push the slower friend down
One of the
so
options I
you
had.
can live.
I would say that about, and it's not just bears. If we're on jet skis and we're going to die, I'm pushing you down.
Yeah. In order to continue living.
Yeah, you are being pushed.
I might push my faster friend down, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hinder him.
Somebody else get eaten. Yeah. That's the way it is.
So was it?
What happened to,
do we know if it was a tweet or was it?
Oh yeah, it was a tweet.
What happened to what?
Aren't you supposed to play dead? Isn't that the thing?
Well, there's
I'm
a
not into
saying for bears, the different kinds of bears.
Yeah.
There's if it's black, fight back.
Oh, I like this. Keep going.
If it's brown,
Flush it down.
lay down.
Brown, push him down.
If it's brown, push it down.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
And if it's white, good night. There's just nothing you can do. If it's a
Polar bear?
polar bear, polar bear, you're fucked.
I just love that there's just like the polar bear, it's over.
Yeah.
Nothing
yeah.
you can do.
There's nothing
matter
you
how
there
many
is
slow
nothing
friends
you
you
can do.
You are
don't know.
freezing cold and you're dead.
I have been to the zoo. The polar bear just
Let's
does
just leave it
loop.
there.
It just
No, I disagree. I've been to the zoo. Moving on. Next.
well, you've seen the polar bear at the zoo that does the loop where it just puts its foot on the glass and it's in the water and it just makes loops. Pushes off the glass.
Yeah, that thing can't kill me.
Swims back around. That thing doesn't look. That doesn't look like
never
the
hurt me
one.
if it had a chance.
That doesn't look like the one.
If it's white, good night.
There's a video of a guy in like a steel cage. It's like not a sphere, but he's just got a chair in there, and they put it out in the Alaskan wilderness.
People are so dumb. You know what we're gonna do?
It's like a Shark Tank.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
like a great white shark. Same concept, just out in the wilderness in Alaska or
with one
wherever.
chair.
Yep. One chair, and this bear comes
here
in
we are.
and starts trying to get in there.
They call it the bear chair.
Bear chair, baby. Absolutely.
You know the guy that made that. It was like, hey, come in here, Jim, check out the bear chair.
Try it.
What do they call the shark one?
Next.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. Embryos.
We know more about bears than embryos. We figured that out today.
I think any bear I'm running away from. I'm taking.
No, you specifically do not run.
I'm taking off.
From
Bears
the
are
bear.
faster than you.
I don't give a
And
shit. I'm
bears can
taking
run as
off.
fast as a horse.
Good for them. Let's go, bear.
Good. Yeah. Don't run away. Don't climb a tree.
No, don't climb a tree. Those things can climb. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
they can run too.
Yes, I know they can.
Like 40 miles an hour. Oh my god.
According to research, the number of penis sizes
Oh.
in historical paintings has steadily increased over the previous 7 centuries.
The number.
I don't think that sentence makes
No,
sense.
no, I
The
think-
number of penis sizes.
So they're just a greater variety of peni.
Penis sizes? I mean, okay.
And who the fuck is looking at? Who's doing like, hey, get a ruler. We got to check out Jim over
Who's
here.
funding the research?
Well, we know who's funding the research.
Dada's penis is evil.
Study author. Oh, hold on. Study author. I don't know how to say this name. It is E-G-E.
Eggy.
Yeah.
Eggy.
Yeah, Eggy.
Eggy.
Study
and
advisor Eggy.
Hold on. His middle name is Can. C-A-N.
Iggy can.
Iggy Can Serafoglu. I love trying to pronounce things.
Nailed it.
It's my favorite part about doing the news is
Nailed
reading
it.
something from India and being like, well, I'm not going to try to pronounce any of that shit.
You're saying that, but so a couple weekends ago, one of our friends is the gymnastics coach for the high school team, and she asked me to come announce the section tournament.
Oh, good.
And so that's exactly, and that's
good.
Great
exactly what
response.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. So
For anybody, least of all you.
you know that I can't read, right? So we sat there, and for the most part, it was just like, and now you can begin the 3-minute touch, which evidently the 3-minute touch is like your quick warm up before you go.
Yeah, let's not call it that.
Well, that's what they called
Let's
it.
not call it that.
Go back to the drawing board on that
That's
name
what they
quick.
called it. But we got to the very end of the meet, and then it's like, all right, we're going to do awards now. And then they just hand me a stack of paper, and it was like 50 pages. There were 10 different awards, 12 people per award. And the entire time I just turned around back to the audience, and I was like, all right, everyone, buckle in. We're in this together. And it was a fucking shit show. Halfway through, you're like, I'm gonna gauge whether or not I'm saying people's names correctly by how you react to me saying them.
And how did that go?
Horrible. It was freaking. I have the sink or swim mentality where it's like just jump off the deep end and now you're in it. But it was as soon as she handed me that paper and we started going, I was like, oh man, this is a half hour. I was like, we are reading something for a half hour in front of an entire gymnasium of people that are only there to be happy for their kids.
Yes, and
that
to hear their kid's name pronounced correctly.
And you are butchering the hell out of it. It was fun. Actually, I learned a lot about gymnastics. I knew very little. Much like embryos, I knew very little about gymnastics.
It's all coming together.
The researchers systematically analyzed 160 paintings of nude adult men created by 99 artists from 21 countries around the world from the Renaissance period till today.
Hold on. 91 artists from how many countries?
99 artists from 21 countries.
Okay, all right.
You still got it, buddy.
Nailed it.
Only paintings with the penis size that could be determined and depicted proportionally to the face were included to standardized measurements.
So it was just a bunch of dongs on faces.
Who has to do this job? This is terrible.
Eggy.
Eggy money.
He volunteered.
We wanted to investigate the ideal penis size by examining the length of this organ in nude paintings. As predicted, we have observed a dramatic increase in penis size in recent centuries. So,
Yeah. People are
congratulations.
People are painting longer
Here we
schlongs.
are.
To be alive.
I would say there's probably, I would assume there's less paintings of penises now. I would assume we've probably, somewhere in the 70s, we hit the peak of penis painting, I think.
That's alliteration at its finest right there.
Hold on. This says we were aware that quote, small penis was considered to be ideal in ancient Greece and in the Renaissance period.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Lies.
Yeah.
Oh, to be king.
Yeah, right? Yeah, all of our historical records say that this was great. Everybody loved it.
Sign me up for that.
Yes, and men should not regard porn stars as normal and should not be focusing on their penile size.
Who's writing this? Who's writing this article?
Eggy.
Yeah.
Eggy
Man.
Sarafoglu.
This sounds like something that got a grant. You applied.
No, his name was Eggy.
No, you
His parents paid
you
for this
applied for
study.
funding, and 7 people in a room are like, yes, yes.
Whatever gets you out of here.
That's the
There you
one.
go.
Interesting. That's what AI should be for.
Measuring penises?
Get the computers on that.
The peak of penile painting. That was pretty good. You should write that down.
You're going to tell me it wasn't the 70s? Clearly the 70s is when a bunch of hippies with running out of things to complain about in the 70s just started painting their dongs. That's what happened.
Back to India.
Now we got to address it. So we just had to cut out a bunch of nonsense because Scott's phone was making noise. And thanks, Scott. Go.
Back to India.
There we go. Thank you.
Bride dies of heart attack during wedding rituals. Family replaces her with younger sister.
Again, as is, of course, tradition.
She'll do.
As is, of course, the tradition.
Turned out that the day of a woman's wedding would be her last.
I love it when you read the news. Dun, dun, dun.
A bride in this place that I'm not going to try to pronounce.
Let me try it. Hey, everybody, welcome to gymnastics.
A bride died of a heart attack in the middle of her wedding rituals at the marriage venue in the this place area.
That's a great region.
Yes, the unfortunate incident took place in front of this temple in this place. Bhagwaneshwar Mahadev Temple.
Yeah, okay.
In Bhavnagar.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Thanks. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. The daughter of a man identified as Jinabai. Ooh. I don't know if this is pronounced Rathor or Rathor. I'm going to go with
Rathor.
Jinabai Rathor.
I'm going to assume it started as Radhor, and eventually they were like, you know what, it's Rathor.
Was in the process of marrying Vishal, the son of, oh my God, so many names.
Yeah,
Anyways, she died And instead of just calling off the wedding, they wanted to make sure.
We got something
following
for
the bride's death, the family decided to marry her sister to the groom and continued the wedding rituals with her younger sister. The other girl's body was reportedly kept in cold storage until the ceremony was over.
They didn't just prop her up on a chair and make her watch?
No, it was not a weekend at Bernie's moment.
What kind of dude? I mean,
Indian.
Yes, but
they already paid for everything.
Yeah, the wedding's going on. Everybody showed up. Let's have the ceremony. And now that the ceremony's over, let's just be married.
Yeah. I don't.
You're mine now.
You just didn't even shed a tear over the death of your bride. You couldn't even mourn for 24 hours. You're just straight into the next.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get that body into cold storage.
She's in an ice
Get the show on the road.
Got her in the fridge.
Clap twice. The other daughter comes out of the crowd. She's in. That's how it works.
Didn't just feed her to the nearest elephant.
Did they just give the left arm signal?
Bring in the lefty.
Give him the eater, Ricky.
We'll do it live.
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, man.
I miss being here.
A woman was pulled from a storm drain for the third time in nearly 2 years on Wednesday, Florida authorities said.
Of course it's Florida. Of course it's Florida.
That's a tough break.
Police responded to a canal near Lindell Boulevard in Delray Beach. I can pronounce these ones.
Yes.
After a witness called authorities to report a woman who appeared to be in distress. Officers arriving at the scene located Kennedy, Lindsay Jane Kennedy, and asked if she needed assistance. Police wrote on Facebook, according to police, Kennedy ignored authorities and climbed into a storm drain pipe, crawling further into the opening when police asked her to come out.
She definitely did not want help.
Firefighters were able to contain Kennedy between two sections of pipe, police said. Members of Delray Beach Fire Rescue Special Operations Team used a ladder and rescue harness to retrieve Kennedy.
Yep. Contained Kennedy is a real great name for a lot of things.
True.
Or the Dead Kennedys.
Well, yeah. We didn't
would be a great band name.
No way. Write that down.
She appeared to be suffering from minor injuries and was taken to an area hospital for further evaluation.
Yeah,
the first two times.
Why was she going in there? Do we get to figure out why?
Fire rescue crews were called on March 23rd, 2021 to a different location in Delray Beach where they found Kennedy naked and stuck in a drain.
Nice beaver.
Kennedy reportedly told police that she entered the drain system after swimming in a canal but got lost and wandered through the tunnels for weeks, according to the television station.
Okay.
Scotty got surprised there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the fun, is reading these things for the first time sometimes. Yeah, I pulled up this story. I haven't got a chance to read it. Here I am.
Highly
Hold
curated.
on. Hold on. For weeks?
So now that was the second time or the first time?
That was the first time.
Okay,
Then 2
all
months
right.
later, she was pulled from a storm drain by Texas police in Grand Prairie.
That's quite a distance. Like
Yeah.
Texas, the state, from Florida. 2
Yep.
weeks. In 2 weeks, she's like, got to get to Texas.
2 months after the
Okay.
first one.
I thought you said
she
2
was
weeks.
pulled
It was like
from
2
that.
weeks is a pretty quick time to just go straight to Texas and find another drain.
And then after that, 2 years later, she got pulled from this one.
I really want to know what she was doing.
Yeah.
It's got to be
She
in
was
there.
swimming for a couple weeks. Went to go for a couple weeks swim.
Nothing like a 2-week swim.
So she got to Texas.
Yeah.
She got there by
There you
accident.
go. Guess I've been swimming for a couple of weeks. That makes perfect sense.
Oh, man.
Went for a 2-week swim to Texas. They keep pulling me out of the storm drain. Just leave me alone.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, the cops showed up and she just ignored them and just kept swimming further. Like, leave me alone.
I want nothing to do with a storm drain in Florida. Nothing
No,
to do
absolutely
with it.
not.
Oh, man.
Well, that's I mean, she survived for 2 weeks. She's probably eating snakes.
People go on YouTube and make these videos of going out into the snow in like Alaska. I want to see the video of this lady for 2 weeks surviving in a storm drain.
Get on it, Netflix.
It's in the works.
containing Kennedy.
Yeah. That's such a weird part to the story. It's like, what do you mean you got her contained? She's already contained. She's in a storm drain.
Quite literally contained. She's in a container.
In a container.
Oh man. And that was the third time. So how many more times do you think this happens?
That's a great question.
It's got to be at least one, right?
Yeah, I'll just have to. What was her name?
Kennedy.
Lindsay Jane Kennedy.
This sounds like people that eat like weird like strips of paint or like cotton or something. She's just now addicted to being in the storm drain. It's just
Sounds a little bit like that.
Tell me more.
It's a little
Elaborate.
She's just well, there's something loose up there, but now this is where she belongs. She feels a connection to these drain pipes very clearly.
Kind of like eating paint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. That's a good point, Keith. It's very similar to eating paint.
It's her
or
comfort.
cotton.
It's her comfort.
Or anything.
Right, moving on. I'll buzz myself. Let's do it. You got one more? Let's go one more, and then let's get out of here.
All right.
Actually, it feels like it cooled down in here a little bit.
It did.
Yeah. Strange.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know either. We got the brightest blue lights in the history of the world. Half of Scott's face is illuminated bright blue.
I've just been blinking and I haven't seen anything since we started, but we'll get through it.
But it looks so cool.
My eyes are watering.
It looks so cool.
Got any embryo news?
I don't have any embryo news.
Or embryo news.
Embryo Daily.
Well, while he looks, welcome back, Keith.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah, we can do a little. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, we can. Awesome to be back. It's really cool that I didn't know you were working on this, so when you texted me about it, that was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I know I can't commit to any version of a schedule at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, but I would like to come back on some future episodes and play some games, and it's fun.
So the problem is that we can't actually book you for anything, because we could say like, hey, Keith, you're going to come on this day. It will never happen. We've learned that about you.
But I'm here today.
You did a great job of actually showing up. So congratulations on that. Now, once you were here, I don't know what happened, but
Mailed it in.
Yeah. We did talk about allowing you to just be Kramer and just having you be able to just show up whenever you want. We may do that. I don't know how that works with the new setup, if we can squeeze you in or not, but
it wouldn't be great.
We can find a way
compared to the other place.
No, the other place would have been really fun to just have you open the door and just walk into the podcast.
That video that you did on the suspension was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So.
Yeah. Right.
You're getting better at some stuff. Kind of neat.
Sadly, I've been spending way too much time doing that stuff. And the thing that pisses me off is the ones that make me laugh the most are the ones that nobody else enjoys. The Mario Kart one with the Rainbow Road from Thor Ragnarok.
That one was pretty terrible. The worst one was the battle tanks.
The battle tanks was the best one. It was a full minute of just nonsense.
Oh, battle tanks.
Oh, battle tanks. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I had tears running down my face as I edited it for like 3 hours.
I was going to ask you how long that took. Any of them.
My son gets to the end of it. He goes, "That's what you've been doing for 4 hours." That was not worth your time, Dad.
Well, I'm going to tell you what you should be doing, because I laughed for about 20 minutes at a video the other day that had put like Super Nintendo boss battle music over stock footage of people grocery shopping.
You sent that to me.
I laughed for like 20 minutes watching these people put their groceries on a conveyor to just like
it's just old people paying for their meat.
It's just so intense. Just do that. Just do that 100 times. It'll take you 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
really
it'll probably take 5 minutes. What sucks is that now, because those are the things that make me laugh, those are the things that show up on my feeds. So I'm just constantly watching those and laughing to myself. But those are the ones that people are not enjoying as much. All right, what do we got over there? Give us one more.
The Toronto Raptors apologize for Women's History Month video.
Oh boy.
that applauded women for having babies.
Okay.
That's it.
Next.
Apparently, you have to.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I can understand why some people get upset about that, but I don't understand why majority
It's like
of people
applauding
get upset
men
with that.
for having penises.
Well, but that it's kind of
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, thanks for noticing. I do have a penis. And it's bigger than they had in the 1500s.
and sadly, it's not ideal.
Yeah, actually, no. It's really small. I hear they love that. Excuse me. I hear you people love that.
Oh man. All right, should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Just a great way to go out.
Yeah, thanks for that. Good thing we bantered to give you extra time to find that one.
Yeah, fighting with the Wi-Fi, new studio,
And
hiccups,
that
you
is
know
it.
how it goes.
That's good. Actually, I'm surprised none of the foam has fallen down yet. Part of the fun of
coming.
our studios is that, like I said, we started off in what we called the Sweat Lodge. It was the smallest container. We'll call it a container. Much
That
like
4 people have ever climbed in.
much
in
like
history.
Kennedy.
Yeah, kind of like a storm drain is what it was.
Yeah, and so what is this? This is version 5 of our studio. And we're worlds beyond where we were. But at the same time, I was saying this to Gabe, that I still like the fact that the foam falls off the wall, that constantly we have little problems because, I mean, come on, this isn't a professional frickin' studio. It's us being cool and having cool things, but knowing that at any second it could all just fall off the wall.
And blue
Exactly.
lights. Don't forget the blue lights.
Way too many blue lights pointed right at my eye.
Not too many. Too bright. Too bright. How's your migraine?
I can't help but look at them.
All right, so thank you to that, Boutros.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's go less on the embryos next time, because I know nothing about embryos.
Oh, we do now.
Well,
Just
do,
barely.
But
Yeah,
do
apparently
we?
you can take the cancer out of them.
Yeah, I feel like stop promising people things. Just don't tell the lady that you can do
Yeah,
that.
say, we'll try.
Yeah.
We can try to do that.
It may not work. Right at the bottom of the
It's
form.
probably not going to work.
Yeah, that's a really easy way
Still
out of it.
Subject to maybe getting cancer when your kid is alive.
Yeah.
You know what? Chances are going to get cancer. Might not. But chances are going to get it. And then you're good. It's just like Pringles. It's exactly like Pringles.
Or eating paint.
Or cotton balls.
Or cotton. All right, Gabriel Johnson, thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Always fun.
Always a good time. You got the sports. You're in the middle between hockey and baseball right now.
Got a 3-week reprieve, and I'm enjoying it greatly.
Same here. Maverick just sent me a thing just now that said no baseball tonight. So basketball's done. They're a little couple weeks off before we get going into the chucking the ball, and it's exciting stuff. But as a parent, it's a lot.
It's a lot of time, but
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Watching the kids win.
Watching them win is fun. Yeah, watching them win is fun.
Yes.
And over to Keith Larson.
Thank you. I like I said before, tons of fun.
Yeah.
I want to come back on. I want to play some kind of a game.
Yes.
And I want to laugh extremely hard.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
A lot harder than we laughed today from Scott.
I laughed pretty hard
No,
today.
it was good.
Tell me more
It was
about
good.
eating paint.
Haven't you ever watched the show?
Haven't you ever
Yes.
eaten paint?
No, haven't you seen the show? My weird addiction.
I
or
know
whatever
what
it's
you're
called.
talking about, but you weren't right. I'm sorry.
Yes, I get it. Still incorrect. Well, you have open invitation to come on. We'll set up a time next month, probably. Have you come back, and suspension is lifted. Doesn't mean it's not coming back on, because this was an indefinite suspension. We found the parameters.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it
Debatable.
isn't going to happen again. Well, anyways, thank you again to the local 218. Studio looks great. Super excited for what we got going and where things are going to continue forward. We're going to do the Be Kind Rewind 1990 here by the end of the month. So start looking up stuff from that. 1990 is a fun year. So I think we're going to enjoy ourselves. I don't think we can quite get to 89 level. 91 is going to be good. I got a lot for 91. But I think it'll be fun to start looking at 1990 as well. So
I'll make sure to watch the Super Bowl from that year.
that was one of the best parts. Like when you said you had watched the Super Bowl, I was like, okay, this is gonna be dumb, and it ended up being like the best part of the whole freaking thing.
Tiny feet.
Look at his tiny feet. All right, we will be back in 1 week's time. Until then, we're done. Are we staying with Das Flutenduten in the new?
It's a new studio.
It's a new studio. I don't have one though. Say something stupid.
Das Flutenduten in the new studio.
And there you go. That's worth $4.